A walled compound spanning over 6 square kilometers. From the air, it looked like a research facility. But within its barbed wire fences were barracks, labs, crematoriums, and human cages. Codenamed Unit 731, it housed over 3,000 prisoners at a time. The victims, Chinese civilians, political prisoners, POWs from the Soviet Union, Korea, even women and children. To the doctors of Unit 731, they weren't humans. They were called maruta, the Japanese word for logs, because once you were inside, you were already dead. There are secrets in history so vile, so inhumane, that even time hesitates to remember them. You've heard of Auschwitz, Hiroshima, Nanking. But beneath the fog of World War II lies something far more disturbing. A story not of armies, but of doctors. Not of battles, but of experiments. And not of justice, but of immunity. This is the story of Unit 731, Japan's covert laboratory of death. A place where doctors became demons and science lost its soul. The atrocities committed within Unit 731 are almost unimaginable, but they were real. Vivisection without anesthesia. Prisoners were dissected alive, hearts removed while still beating, lungs exposed, organs extracted for observation, all without painkillers. The goal? To see how the human body reacts in real time to trauma. Frostbite studies. Victims were marched into the freezing cold and had limbs submerged in ice water until they froze solid. Doctors would then smash the arms with mallets to test at what point human flesh shatters. Biological weapon tests. Prisoners were deliberately infected with plague, anthrax, cholera, typhoid, syphilis, and more to study their progression. Some were placed in gas chambers or exposed to flamethrowers just to see how much the body could withstand before death. No safety, no ethics, no names, only data. As Japan prepared for broader war, Unit 731 began testing bioweapons in the field. Forearm dropped ceramic bombs filled with plague-infected fleas over Chinese villages. Commemoratals were poisoned. Food was laced with bacteria. Entire villages vanished into plague-ridden silence. It's estimated over 400,000 civilians died as a result of biological warfare testing alone. And yet, none of this was ever acknowledged. In 1945, Japan surrendered, and the secrets of Unit 731 were at risk of being exposed. But Shirō Ishii had one more plan. He offered all his research, decades of data on human experimentation and biological warfare, to the United States military. In exchange, full immunity. The U.S., obsessed with outpacing the Soviet Union in biological weapon development, accepted the deal. No one from Unit 731 was ever put on trial in Tokyo. Ishii lived until 1959 in luxury, never facing a single charge. The legacy of Unit 731 didn't die. Its influence shaped Cold War bioweapons programs. Some victims' remains were never returned. The Japanese government still refuses to officially acknowledge the atrocities. To this day, survivors and their families fight for justice. In 2018, a mass grave was uncovered in Tokyo. Hundreds of bones, many belonging to children, were discovered buried beneath a university linked to Unit 731. DNA tests confirmed they were victims of experimentation. Silence began to break. In China, memorials have been built. In South Korea, survivors gave testimonies. But in Japan, the silence still weighs heavy. If history is not told, it repeats. If victims are forgotten, monsters are reborn. When your horse difference fiction, it was real. Doctors, men of science turned their backs on humanity. Nations bargained with devils in exchange for data. And the world let it happen. You've heard the legends, but now you know the truth. Not all monsters wear masks, some wear lab coats. Museums in Japan rarely mention it. Textbooks gloss over it. But the screams still echo through history. "We were told we were enemies," said one former technician, "but what we did, no one should ever do to another human being."